the Fall Frenzy for the final feature of the year for the Always Safe Flagging and Traffic Control Young Guns. And just like that, Zoe Knight in the 78Z jumps out to the lead. Mentioned Sadie Snatchko piling up wins. There she is, just like that. Jumps out of her starting position, her third starting position, and now she is in the lead, and the field is well behind her. Here comes Zoe Knight, who struggled a lot this year, and here she comes, but Zoe Knight has a whole lot of company all of a sudden. Koteles is right there with her. And the 50 car of AJ Manganello also took over that second spot, so Zoe falls back to second, and then the third, now to fourth, with Sadie Snatchko in the 56 car. Three to go for Snatchko. Manganello behind her by quite a distance right now. It is 2.9 seconds, just about a 3-second lead now for Snatchko. She has really started to pick it up. White flag in the air for the number 56 of Sadie Snatchko. Sadie Snatchko of Our Cars Auto Detailing and Tire Sales, Prescott Roofing and Remodeling, taking the white flag, going to pass that number 29 car of Hollister again. And she comes down with less than half a lap to go. Gavin Koteles trying to make a pass on the backstretch. Checkered flag was in the air for Sadie Snatchko. Koteles trying to make something of it, doesn't quite get there. Your second place is AJ Manganello, and Koteles, your champion, comes across in third. Sadie get herself a couple of photos in here. Go up and join her in Victory Lane, the brand new Victory Lane, by the way. First time I've had a chance to conduct an interview in Victory Lane. Sadie Snatchko, everybody. We're going to come right over here and talk to you. Sadie, we talked a little bit earlier this evening. We talked in an interview. You got to have an interview with I can't think of his name, Lenny Baticki, the voice of Charlotte Motor Speedway, on a nationally syndicated radio show. You've been on television talking about your racing and your flag football career. You've won everything but the 50-50. And unfortunately the championship, but you're stacking up wins like cordwood. It's got to be a great year for you.
Yeah, it definitely has been a great year. I'm just happy with the amount of experiences I can experience with this car and with the support of my family. I'm just super grateful for everything that I get to have.
Explaining to this Pittsburgher crowd who may not have had too much experience understanding what the Young Guns division is. You're a teenager. Age is 13 to 19. You move on early, some of them waited to get 19 to get booted. Future plans for you? You sticking with this car, or where are we going?
I mean, like I say every week, I want a hobby stock super bad, but I think I'm going to stick with this for a little bit longer.
You certainly know how to wheel it around here. Sadie Snatchko, everybody. Let's talk about who helps you with this car. I see a whole bunch of people down there wearing red. It looks like this car. You don't do it by yourself, do you?
Yeah, my dad, my Pat, me, my Uncle Jeff, Julie, Cliff, my sister, and then everybody on the track that I raced with tonight, AJ, Cheyenne. I know Samara wasn't here, but her, Gavin, Zoe, they all make it so much more fun, and I'm just so grateful to be able to race with them. And then my sponsors, Our Cars Auto Detailing, Real Nuts Vodka, Prescott Roofing, Cozy Enterprises, Penyak Travel, Red Fox Winery, and everybody I'm forgetting.
We're going to try to do something real quick here that we did over the summer with an interview series that I did with the young ladies here for Rappin' on Racing. You understand your place in the world around here. You used to be that little girl in the grandstands. Now, talk to those little girls up there in the grandstands that think they might want to do what you're doing now.
For anybody up there that thinks it's impossible, it truly isn't. You just got to put your mind to it, and you got to stay with it. And you can literally do anything you want to. Don't let anybody say you can't. You can do what you want to do.
Final feature race of the year for the Always Safe Flagging and Traffic Control Young Guns. Sadie Snatchko, your winner. Ladies and gentlemen.
Green flag is back out. Here we go. We're good start. Can Steele outduel Norris? Can Shaffer get up there to set more fast laps? Trellis down to the inside. He gets under Frazee for the number 3 spot. Down the back stretch, Norris trying to hold on to second and grab that for a number 1 spot. And Steele holding on. He's really doing a great job out there in the 22. Norris is chasing him down. 19.235 5-second lap there as they go around the corner. Whoa, a couple cars almost coming together out there, but they all hold on. Norris getting sideways off of turn number 2. He slides up, loses momentum. Steele is gone. Got an 18.321 lap that time by, and Drelis in trouble. Demetrius Drelis in trouble inside turn number 2. We'll keep a watch on him. Shaffer trying to do a slide job on Norris. It's not going to work. He's got to give a lot of room out there to Norris with 2 laps to go. Heading into turns 1 and 2 down the back stretch. Steele has a 1.983 second lead at that time by. Checkered flag comes out, and winning his first ever Sunoco dash with our series, Jeremy Steele. Second goes to Shaffer. Third goes to Norris. Justin Chance, Brandon Burgoon, and Mike Doritsky round out the top 6. Drelis and Frazee had both dropped out. We'll head trackside to interview your winner. I need to go get my funnel cake after this so I can slow my pace down coming back up to the grandstands. Green flag is out. Take 3 on the start, and Pinker is down to the inside of Goebel. He steals second, goes to the inside. We got a couple of cars. Oh, heavy contact. Ashton Briggs hard into the inside wall in turn number 1. Down the back stretch now. We still got him going. And Briggs is going as well. Here we go. Pinker is down to the inside of the 33X as they duke it out for the number 1 spot. Pinkerus on the low side of Zarin as they work into turn number 2. Zarin's got the outside line down the backstretch, side-by-side battle for the number 1 spot. Pinkerus, the young lad driving car number 555, takes the lead out of 4, but here comes Zarin back on the outside. That boy's got a lot of laps here. Zarin holds on to the number 2 spot. Lepro slowly closing in on the 33X. Another car in trouble in the backstretch. Dave Goebel and Mike Wunderling both pulling to the inside to pull off the Speedway. Here comes Zarin holding on to that second spot. Lepro trying desperately to close in on the 33X. The Anarchy Customs car of Zarin holds on to that second spot. Lepro gets a little wide in turn number 2. He slides up the Speedway. Cannot lose momentum here on the final lap. Can Lepro steal second from Zarin? Zarin rocketing his way through turns 1 and 2. He slides up wide a little bit. But coming around turn number 4, the checker flag will come out for Brock Pinkerus, the winner of heat race B-main number 1. Zarin finishes second, followed by Lepro, Zach Kane, and Brant Graham. All right, here we go. We'll have to watch that 6th place starting car, Joe Martin. The only way he's making the A-main tonight is to race his way in. Top 2 qualified. Green flag is out. Wow, Petrell way down the inside of Reft. As they go down out of turn number 2, Petrell's your leader. Down the back stretch, Frank McGill holds on to the number 2 spot, followed by Michael Reft and Joe Martin. Joe Martin in the 10S working the top side of the Speedway. 3 wide coming down the front stretch between McGill, Petrell, and Reft. They work their way into turn number 1. McGill collides with the Petrell car number 184P, and Petrell holds on to the number 1 spot. Down the back stretch, working their way out of turns 3 and 4. Petrell sliding up wide. Here comes Joe Martin looking to the inside of him. Martin dives to the inside of Petrell going into turn number 1. He might take that 3rd spot. Slides up in front of Petrell. Petrell glides into the back end of Martin, slides it back to the inside. Tries to make a move back to the inside on Martin going through 3 and 4. That's not going to work. Here we go. White flag is out for Frank McGill. McGill down the back stretch over Reft. Reft goes to the inside of McGill. He's going to hold on to it, however, as the top 2 qualify. Here comes Reft closing in. No. Checkered flag. McGill wins over Reft. Martin in 3rd, followed by Kamiker and Petrell.
The Big Bad Daddy's Donuts Mobile will pull in to the pits. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to go. Bobby Whitling and Chris Schneider, chassis builders, chassis masterminds, former Ed LeBoux Memorial winners. And they are ready to take home the $2,042 to win grand prize here tonight. The 00 of Tyler Dietz, one of the best post-stock drivers in all of the United States. Into his outside, Brandon Connor, a points leader with the Penn Ohio Pro Stocks. Green flag is out. We're underway for the Bob Waters Memorial. A stacked and talented field make their way down the backstretch. It's Bobby Whitling leading the way. Here comes Chris Schneider, heat race #1 winner from earlier here tonight. But it's Bobby Whitling right along the bottom. Chris Schneider going to steal it at the line there. Lap 1 goes to Schneider. There goes Tyler Dietz right to the outside of Bobby Whitling. Down the backstretch they go. Tyler Dietz has put on some epic battles with the driver who currently leads on lap #3, Chris Schneider, throughout the years. We might be in store for another one here, but it's redemption. At least the goal is redemption for the 7W of Bobby Whitling. He broke during the dash this year at the Logan Memorial while he was leading that very dash. He's going to come back here to Pittsburgh, and he's going to try to take home some money. He's got some ground to make up here on lap #4, currently in the 3rd position. Your second row, Bobby Whitling, Brandon Connor. A lot of feature wins between those two drivers, especially Brandon Connor. I believe he was the points champion up at the Marion Center Speedway. Brett Hugh-Terra, a former points champion at the Latrobe Speedway. And Cody Koteles, a 2-time driver this year in Penn Ohio Pro Stock and Rush Late Model Competition. Green's out. Goodness gracious, just about 4 wide through mid-pack. They're all jockeying for position down there. It's amazing how 90 feet can become inches in a matter of seconds here at Dirt's Monster Half Mile. And here comes the 00 of Zach Steele back out onto the racetrack. Zach Steele back out just past the halfway mark, 9 to go. Chris Schneider, your leader. Bobby Whitling second. Tyler Dietz in third. That's actually going to slow up Mr. Schneider, the 3-time Ed Logan Memorial winner. Raised race winner out of the Tri-City Raceway Park as well. We've got a car spun in turns 1 and 2. The 4JR of Jacob Billick Jr. And that'll bring out the caution here on lap #14. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 6 laps to go for the Penn Ohio Pro Stocks in the 2nd annual Bob Waters Memorial, presented by Big Daddy's Donuts. Chris Schneider, Bobby Whitling leads the field for 6 more. Green flag is back out. Schneider right back along the outside, but here comes a yellow flag out on the speedway. We've got 3 cars jumbled up over in turns 1 and 2. Bill Slade, looks like the 114 of Emmy Laboon. And that might be the 18 of Steven Sheltman, also collected over there in turns 1 and 2 as well. It is Steven Sheltman. Here comes the green. Green is back out. Chris Schneider back underway. Rinse and repeat. Schneider right along the outside. Look at Tyler Dietz right back to the outside of Mr. Bobby Whitling. Dietz and Whitling battle to the line for the runner-up spot. It is Dietz by just the nose. Dietz maintains position through 1 and 2 down the backstretch. They go. Look at Cody Koteles up to 4th. White flag in the air for Mr. Chris Schneider. The driver's just about won it all. He was the winner of the 1st annual, the inaugural Bob Waters Memorial. He's going to be the only winner of the Bob Waters Memorial as he makes his way through turns 3 and 4. Ladies and gentlemen, for the final time to the checkered flag. No win means more than this one here tonight for Chris Schneider, your winner in the Penn Ohio Pro Stocks. Second goes to Tyler Dietz. Third will go to the 7W of Bobby Whitling.
Ladies and gentlemen, get on your feet. They're born to run, these daredevils of speed. Kickstart your heart and cheer some of the best Chevrolet Performance crate racing drivers in the nation. Feel the rush as the Hubbs Auto and Truck Supply Rush Late Models, presented by Born to Run Lubricants, competing in a Flynn's Tire Touring Series event. Give you a wave down there, and they can see you from down there. And thank you very much for all your support coming out here for night #1 of the Pittsburgher weekend. Here we go. Steel looking over at Shaffer. Shaffer, the Steel City Outlaw. Here we go. Green flag is out. Slicing and dicing through the middle of the pack. Meanwhile, on the top side as they fan out 4 wide, Steel tried to beat Shaffer, but he opened the door for Norris. Down the backstretch, Norris down to the inside. Everybody working their way into corner number 3. Steel back to the outside of Norris, trying to take over the number 1 spot as they work their way through 4. Norris holds on to that number 2 position over Shaffer. Shaffer looking to the middle of the track. They're side by side going into turn number 1 and 2. Down the backstretch, Norris has to give up on that inside line. It's just not giving him the momentum he needs to try to close in. Steel giving him room down to the inside, but Steel starts to pull away. As they cross the line into turn number 1 now, Shaffer the low side. He's down on the inside of Steel. Down the backstretch, they're side by side in a battle for the number 1 spot. As they head into turn number 3 and 4, Jeremy holding on as he cranks it up in the top side of the track, and Shaffer has to fall in behind. It's Shaffer to the outside, Steel on the inside. Whoa, Shaffer, not a good start at all. That allows Norris to close in. As the field works its way into turn number 1, Shaffer makes up for it. Steel, he drops back to 4th and now 5th with a number 22. Not sure what happened there. He's falling back through the field. There's a problem for car number 22. Meanwhile, out front, Tim Shaffer is your leader. Working in the 2nd spot is Norris, followed by Duritsky. Another car in trouble. Justin Chance spins. We got a big crash coming out of 4. Jeremy Wunderling involved. We got Justin Chance. He started to spin out there. The 33X of Logan Zarin also involved. 36B of Goldie B just spun. He takes the number 1 spot into turn number 1. Brandon Burgoon on the top side of the track in car number 60. Now we see the 184D of Daryl Charlier rocketing through. And Bentz's car hits the outside wall and he keeps on going. That number 60 driven by Burgoon. And he might have a trouble with the 60 car as Shaffer continues to lead. The number 184D of Daryl Charlier also up there. Jake Gunn doing a great job. They're going to go 3 wide in turn number 2. Gunn on the inside, Charlier in the middle, and Duritsky to the top side of the track. Charlier's got many laps here at Pittsburgh as he works the low side on Duritsky. Falling back a little bit there is Gunn as Gunn lets those 2 battle it out for the number 3 spot. Shaffer cruising out front, 18.381 the last time by for Tim Shaffer. Then also Charlier and Gunn, they're putting on a whale of a battle back here for that 3rd position. Gunn now to the inside of Charlier, looks like he's got the 4th spot. Charlier has to back out of it as they head down the back stretch out of 3 and 4. Charlier falls back to 5th. Here Duritsky leads over Charlier for that top 5 in that 4th position. Here comes Shaffer off of turn number 4. Now he's closing in on Logan Zarin. He's got a huge advantage over Jake Gunn. Jake has got to hope that the 45 holds is caught up in lap traffic. There's a loss of about 1 second by Shaffer in lap traffic as Jake Gunn starts to close in. Jake Gunn has cut the lead down to 2.256 seconds. And now Shaffer threading the needle between McGill and Lepro as he's trying to put some more distance between him and 2nd place. Gunn has caught the back of the field. Shaffer has gotten past the Lepro and McGill, closing in on another car. I believe it's the 77 of Klein. Tim Shaffer looking to pick up his first ever Rush Late Model Touring Series race. He's won in sprint cars, and he's wanted to win one of these races for a long, long time. Down the back stretch going into turn number 3. From upside down on Tuesday night to right side up, checkered flag. Timmy Shaffer wins at Pittsburgh. 2nd goes to Gunn. 3rd, Norris. 4th is Charlier. 5th is Duritsky. We'll head trackside. Yeah, I'm sure that Martin and Wunderling are looking at this 10-lap event as a test for tomorrow night. Those guys in the top 3 in points, and they definitely want to get those cars sorted out. That's the 10S and the number 18. Here we go. Green flag is out. And Joel Martin takes the early lead into turn number 1. Kyle Lee's out there too in car number 2T. He makes a little contact with Jim Racy after Mussolino dive bombs Racy, moving towards the front of the pack in car number 42 with a big move from the back. Martin out front, car number 10S. Kane holds on to second. Down the backstretch, Mussolino to the inside of Brant Graham. We got also a 2 or 3 car battle at the back of the pack. Guys really duking it out here, getting some lap time and some experience passing and working in traffic at Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. All right, coming around the turn. Checkered flag coming up with 1 lap to go here. Green is out. Mussolino goes to the very outside. He's trying to take Kane and Kamiker for second and third. Down the back stretch. Martin holds on to the number 1 spot. Here comes Kane trying to make a move to the inside. He's not going to do it. Checkered flag is out. Joe Martin will win. Mussolino will finish second over Kane, Kamiker, and Craig Graham. Rounds out the top 5.
10 laps the distance. Green flag is out. We're underway. Problems for Jacob Chips. Trying to jift up out of everybody's way, but unfortunately for Aidan Jones, that's not the way you want to be. And the two-way of Travis Corbin, not good. Comes up slow on the back stretch. Jacob Chips all over the back bumper of Tyler Hollister. Side by side for the lead up front. Look at Noah Bubeck just a digging. Here comes a little bit of a slide job in front of Janice. Janice not afraid of it though. He's going to show him the nose to the outside, side by side of the line there on lap number 3. It's going to be Bubeck. Oh, contact from John Gill and Jacob Chips. Chips up to third. The new Cumberland, West Virginia native. A full-timer this season at the Tyler County Speedway. 9 down, 3 to go. Kyle Janis in second by a large margin over Jacob Chips. But it's Noah Bubeck ahead of Janis by over 5 seconds now. 2 to go from the flagman Jeff Boro. Definitely the battle to watch down the backstretch between Knight, Noel, and Greist. Something breaking up on the 38C. That card sounds amiss. But nothing's amiss on the 187 coming out through turn number 4. Right now, the checkered flag will wait for him. Noah Bubeck returns to victory lane at Pittsburgh. Kyle Janis coming across the line now in the second spot. Jacob Chips holds on valiantly through turn 4. Down the front stretch they go. Third place to Jacob Chips.
Lights out, green flag in the air, ready for the final hobby stock race of the 2023 season. Green flag flies. 2K if Jonathan Koteles gets right out there, but he's got challenges already. Whole group of cars vying for second place, all looking to track down that 2K car. 1.2 seconds, and yes, he has stretched out that lead. Now coming into turns 1 and 2 and coming down the backstretch. How about 4 of them all together looking for second place? Delton Ritchie, Logan Koteles, Matt Bernard, and Garrett O'Patchen all looking for that spot. And we're going to add one more as Gary Koteles turns up in that black number 2 car. Whole bunch of them all there looking for that second place. But who are they chasing? None other than the 2K of Jonathan Koteles. Out of 3 and 4 and across the stripe, it's Jonathan Koteles in the 2K car. The 64K is Logan Koteles and Matt Bernard in that silver number 15. That is your top 3, and now they're all very close together. This 15-lap feature event coming down to 5 to go. Jonathan Koteles has his work cut out for him. Here they come into 3 and 4. Logan Koteles going to throw a move on Jonathan. Big brother Jonathan has to look over to his left because there is Logan side by side as they come down the front stretch. Jonathan holds that position for the moment, but Logan's going to get side by side once again as they go into 1 and 2. Matt Bernard in the catbird seat kind of looking on and seeing what happens. He's got the best seat in the house for this brother race. Bernard is right in behind Logan Koteles. Logan holding on to second. Jonathan maintains the lead as they come across the stripe yet again. 2 laps to go. Logan Koteles has some serious moves. He goes high, but look who blocks him. Jonathan jumps up there to block the move. Now he has to go low if he's going to block him low, because here comes Logan Koteles, and he's taking the low line. Jonathan going to take that momentum line around the outside of the track. Right now, Jonathan by a nose. Jonathan Koteles going to take the high, wide line, see what he can do with it. He pushes hard, not to be for his first win. Doesn't quite get there. It is Logan Koteles, your winner. Jonathan second. Matt Bernard, Dalton Ritchie, and Garrett Opachin. Oh, my goodness.